Hello, welcome to my real estate update for Santa Clara County, Bay Area. So let's jump right into it. Today I want to take a little look at unemployment numbers. We are getting news reports and they're kind of scary when you look at it, so I kind of wanted to dig into it a little bit. So it's being reported this week that 51 million people have filed for unemployment. But that's the cumulative number, and that number is since March. So it's kind of a scary number, but that is a cumulative number. Now, out of those people, there's a total of 16.2 million that are actually collecting unemployment at this time. So the 51 million is the scary number, but it's actually 16.2 million that are actually collecting unemployment at this point. Not a great number, but a lot different from 51 million. This next graph I want to show you is really interesting because it shows the relationship between unemployment and home sales. So this is a really interesting graph. It pulls together a few metrics, well, a couple of metrics. This one shows the relationship between unemployment rates and actual home sales. So as we look at this graph, the line is the unemployment rate, okay? And the bars are home sales. So if we look at one, way back in '89, so as unemployment rate was climbing, so were home sales during that period. So the second one in 2000, as unemployment is climbing, you can see the line there, as it's climbing, so are home sales, the bar graph. They're both going up together. As unemployment goes up, the home sales are going up, which is interesting. So it doesn't have much correlation in those two cases to the unemployment rate. The one time that it does is in '08. And so, again, you can see the bar graph. The home sales drop off quite a bit as the unemployment rate is going up. But remember, in '08, what we had was a real estate bust. So we had the no qualification loans going, and so that affected real estate specifically, right? And then broadly later on. One other thing I want to say about unemployment right now is predominantly a lot of the unemployment are younger people, so say under 25, and that's not our typical buyer from home sales. This next graph is really cool. So they pull together a lot of things here. This is from Realtor.com, and it combines demand, supply, price, and the time on the market. And so as you can see from this graph, back in April, the market came down from March and February, even at the beginning of the coronavirus, and it's rebounded just about back up to where it was back in before the whole coronavirus hit. So yeah, that's kind of what we're seeing in real estate. I'm going to go into that in a minute here. And then the last graph here, I just wanted to keep in mind that there's a lot of equity in real estate now, especially compared to '08 when there wasn't much. But now, as you can see, 42% of people own their homes outright. This is countrywide. And over 60% own, over 16% own over 16% equity in their homes. So a lot of equity in homes. And so how is that affecting us now? So actually now there's low inventory, as I said a couple weeks ago, and there's strong buyer demand as well. And so it's more of a seller's market, and I hear that from across the country as well. So right here in Santa Clara County, our inventory across the board has dropped for 4 consecutive weeks now to 1,006 homes on the market across Santa Clara County. And over that same period, the last 4 weeks, pending homes, homes that have a contract on it that will be sold soon, has risen to 1091. So anytime you have pendings over actives, it's short supply, more of a seller's market. And one other factor that's big, plays into the housing that we're experiencing now are the interest rates on loans. They're very cheap historically, right? So only 3.18%. That's it for now. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye now.